So this is going to be a quick video on how to set up DreamWeaver with your ONID space. As you can see, I got DreamWeaver set up already. I'm assuming that if you're choosing to use DreamWeaver, you know the basics of how to use it. But to get this set up with your ONID server, you have to have this panel available. If it's not there, you can go up here to Windows and look down to Files, and that will show and hide that. So you have to have that visible. So the first thing we do is we go to Site, and we're going to go New Site. And we're going to name this something relevant. You can name it whatever you want. And we're going to make a folder for it. I already have one there, so I'm just going to use that. Then we're going to go to the Servers tab, and click the Add New Server button. This is going to look very similar to the one in Shift Edit if you've watched that video. We're going to name this whatever you want. We're going to connect using SFTP. The SFTP address is shell.onid.oregonstate.edu. Port 22 is fine. Your username is your ONID username. Password's your ONID password. Oops. And I don't want it to save my password, so I'm going to uncheck that box. And that's sad. So I want to test it first before I not save the password. So that working okay, I'm going to uncheck that box now. I'm going to put public HTML here. And that should put us right inside of your public HTML folder, inside of your directory, which leads to this address. people.onid.oregonstate.edu tilde your username again. So that being set up okay, I'm going to click Save. You can see that there. So this is pretty much all of our setup. There's a couple settings that I wanted to point out to you. So the first one is, I'm going to click Edit, get back in here. If we go to the Advanced tab, there's this automatically upload files to server on save. Now, there's a reason to do this and there's a reason to not do this. For this class, it's probably more convenient to just check this box so you don't have to worry about it. But in a production environment, you might not want to do this because you could be pushing untested changes up to your server. But like I said, you can probably weigh the benefits for yourself, and I think this will probably save you a bit of time in this class. So I'm going to click Save there. And the other thing is, you can see it's loaded now. There's this synchronize. Now, what this will do is pull everything that's in your public HTML folder down so you can work with it. So if you've just switched over from Shift Edit or you've been doing it some other way, this can pull everything down for you at once. So pull your entire ONID site, pull newer files. I actually want to pull, it doesn't have an all file, so I'm just going to do pull newer files. And removing the files is okay. I'd preview this, but it'd take a long time for me to do this, but I think that might be a good idea. So the way you use this is, you can click this little button here, and the little tooltip says expand to show local and remote sites. So if I open this up, we get this. Now, let's see, why are we not? So we're not connected. Let's connect here. I'm going to type in the password. And we have things. Locally, we have nothing. So if I want to send something over here, I should just be able to drag and drop right over. So let me get into here. And that'll be a good page, I think. Oh, I guess I can't do that. Okay, so we got to use these buttons. So we're going to click the Get Files. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. So that's pretty neat. It brought in the also the PNG file that I need for that too. So we're in good shape, and now I can just double click on this and it opens up. So that's the general way to bring stuff down from DreamWeaver. What if I want to change something on here? Oops. So I'm going to save this. And you can see because I set that flag, now instead of having to go back in here and push stuff up, I can just click yes, and it's going to immediately push that back up to the server. If you didn't have that set, you go to expand again, and then you would just click on your file over here and put it up, and you do the same thing. So that's essentially how you get started with DreamWeaver. I don't work with DreamWeaver a lot, so if I made any mistakes, be sure to point them out in the comments or otherwise. Thanks.